All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit different this week. We're actually going to do the episode with some gameplay in the background.
Yeah, Gage is going to be playing Remnant from the Ashes, one of my favorite games
I've
of recent
really enjoyed
times.
it. Yeah. They just released a new update for it a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
They added a hardcore mode in. It's basically you die, your character's gone. You lose everything that you have with it, and you have to start over.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty interesting challenge. I like it.
I mean, it took the game from being Dark Souls light to full blown Dark Souls
Yeah.
because it's punishing.
Yeah. So, just looking at this, I already started my character. So
Yeah, you played for about an hour.
for about an hour, got
that.
through, went and basically I've done a lot since this update has come out. So, there's a few things that I do automatically when I start out. So, skipped through all of that because that would have taken up some time. But
yeah.
All right. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start playing and then we can get into the episode.
Yeah. And we'll just get the.
Yeah. Let me just address the elephant in the room. Fuck you, Blizzard. You communist stupid fucks. Just I hate you. Any form of redemption that you could have had has gone straight out the window.
Yep.
You tools.
So let's start with that milquetoast apology from Alan Brack.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't even an apology. It was just like
address like
no, he didn't address anything. He's just like, we're sorry, we'll do better. We didn't handle things well. What thing, Alan Brack? What thing?
it was very much like a more political response than an actual apology.
Oh, it totally was.
You know, acknowledging the fact that they did something wrong.
Yeah. And like then what came first? Was it Overwatch 2 or was it Diablo 4?
I'm not sure. I saw Diablo 4 before I saw anything on Overwatch 2.
Okay, so no mention of Diablo Immortal. To my understanding,
listen,
like,
it
didn't come up.
But they are gonna avoid that.
Yeah. But
so
like,
that would okay. Let's look at Blizzard over this last year. I think Diablo Immortals was strike one.
yeah.
Okay. Some of the shit that they've been doing with WoW. I mean, like I don't necessarily think I would say it's necessarily a strike, but they've been doing some stupid stuff with World of Warcraft. And you know they tried to make it better. Because actually, no, I will say this. You look at the past few years of Blizzard, Diablo Immortals was strike 2. Strike 1 for me was them shutting down all the private servers. When
that was not
they came
cool.
out and they were like, listen, we're not making money off this. Like we're getting money to like run this, but no one is actually taking home a paycheck from this. Like we're not trying to take content from you. Like we're not trying to say this is ours. We will give you the code. We like will support you. You have a team right here that if you would launch this, because there's a lot of people that want to play this, we can support it. You don't have to like find a new team to do this. And how they handled that was just terrible. In fact, I don't think it was Chris Metzen. Who was one of the original?
Oh, it wasn't Chris Metzen.
Who was one of the original designers that like actually made a video with a bunch of letters and was like, Blizzard, you should probably do this, because he was like,
I don't remember the name, dude. I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
when you have the original fucking creator saying like, you should probably do this.
Yeah.
But
No, like it's
it's just kind of hard.
it was not. Blizzard hasn't handled anything well in probably like what?
A few years.
Yeah, at least a few years.
Since Warlords.
I'd say since the release of Overwatch, honestly, because I think that was the turning point. Everything became so politically fucking charged, and given that was just kind of the atmosphere at the time on social media and everything like that. Like
with everything in the country.
Yeah, with everything. But
We've since moved away from
they
that.
have not. Yeah.
They have not reeled back
No.
anything. So yeah, that apology was bullshit. It
Oh, it
was
totally was.
not heartfelt. It was not.
I mean, it wasn't it. It was milk toast.
Yeah.
It was so fucking bland. Like 3 minutes. He didn't bring up anyone that was hurt by
No.
their decision making.
Didn't address.
didn't address China.
He didn't even address what the issue was.
No.
Like, he was just like, I'm deeply sorry about this.
Yeah. No, he sounded like Todd Howard 2.0. Like,
yeah.
we're sorry about Fallout 76. Like, same energy, all right? Like, it just wasn't.
And then he tried to point out, he was like, but we, trying to bring in the whole, well, we have people from 59 countries actively at this thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what does that have to do with anything? You still,
Here's the real question. How many of them were dressed like Winnie the Pooh?
yeah.
Because that was a big thing.
God, that was hilarious.
Cosplaying Winnie the Pooh.
He did sort of bring that up, but didn't really, he addressed it, but without
Yeah.
going into
He was like,
specifics.
I've heard from you many today, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, God, he just needs to. I don't want to say like
Ignore it and just go
yeah.
move on, but at this point, what they're doing right now isn't really helping.
no.
But no. Okay, so here's the thing. That apology was piss poor, but I wasn't really expecting anything from them, right?
Oh yeah.
Because it's not like
of
they
course
could.
you weren't. Yeah.
No, I mean, think about it this way. Like, they would have had to, if they wanted to make an actual apology and come out and say anything against what had actually happened,
Yeah.
they'd be in the same boat from the beginning of, well, we're about to piss off a good third of our cells, and they're just not going to do that.
Yeah.
So, no. I'm not pissed off about, Overwatch 2. I'm not pissed off about Diablo 4. I am pissed off about fucking bullshit expansion that they released for Warcraft.
What was that one meme? It's like with Legion. It was like people were like, "Hey, so you got a little StarCraft 2 mixed in with your World of Warcraft there, Blizzard." And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Here, have some Battle for Azeroth." And then as they reach for the bottle of Diablo, they're about to pour. That's what is it? Shadow Worlds? Shadow Realms?
Shadowlands.
Shadowlands? Whatever. It's fucking dumb.
It is.
I've completely given up on World of Warcraft. I will never go back. Like I said, oh, Charge Boy's about to get you.
Wow! Fuck me.
There went half your health.
Okay.
He can get you wherever the hell you're going.
I know, but I'm just saying, this is one of those things that we talked about in a previous episode, where if I have the feeling of being chased, I cannot deal with it, especially right now when there is legitimate consequence for me dying. Oh no.
You can dive out the window.
Yes, I can.
That's better than half your health.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to fight him. He's just gonna keep coming for you.
I can find a nice dungeon and hide in.
I don't think you can travel while you're being chased in this
You
game.
can. Oh, I done goofed.
Where's your cover? There you go.
Yeah, but where's Big Ol' Boy at?
I don't know. You might have actually effectively ran away from him.
Hopefully it did.
Oh no, there he is. He's coming. Just turn and shoot him. Reload first. Like I said, he does get run out of steam. That's interesting.
All right, fatty.
You got this. Just dodge into it. There you go. At least it's not the boss. This one's killable.
Oh, okay. The only reason I did not get you up from hang on. Backstory here: the first time that we made characters for this hardcore mode, there is a boss version of him that's extremely hard.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Early game it's hard.
yeah.
Actually, early game most of this stuff is hard.
Yeah.
But Rick went down.
Because he just wouldn't get off my dick.
Yeah.
I was behind a wall. He clipped through the wall, hit me.
Yeah, I tried to. I couldn't revive him though because he was camping right on top of him.
He just kept hitting my body.
I know, and that drained your health a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So I couldn't revive you, and that's how we first died. So, yeah. So my issue with the new expansion, because, like I said,
Going back to Blizzard.
if
World of Warcraft.
yeah, World of Warcraft, Shadowlands or Realms or whatever it's called. When I first saw it, I saw Ice Crown Citadel, and I'm like, okay, sweet, we are getting the Bolvar expansion that I wanted, and I expected if Blizzard fucks up bad enough, they're gonna hit that Bolvar button, just like they did after Warlords when they hit the Illidan button. They fucked up, and they had the in case of emergency break for Illidan. They brought him back. Everyone was happy. Kind of fixed it, right?
Legion was a decent expansion. Yeah.
Legion was a good expansion.
At least I played it all the way through.
Yeah, like there were some complaints about it, like, but I don't think it was like groundbreaking, like anything to do with necessarily the expansion or the story of the expansion. More so just like RNG of those legendaries.
Yeah.
In fact, I say like the lore for that expansion was really good with the a lot of the class quests.
Yeah.
So you see Ice Crown Citadel, you're just like, okay, well, we're finally gonna get Wrath of the Lich King 2.0, right? Or as you like to call it, Rick, Wrath of the Fire King.
Wrath of the Fire King.
That's not actually the case. That dumb bitch, Sylvanas, just pops up because she has to ruin everything in this fucking game because the writer for Sylvanas has such a fucking hard-on that anything that has to do with her in the story is a fucking fan fiction.
She's not a good character anymore. She was at one point.
Yeah, at one point she was a good character, and then they tossed her like story arc straight out the window, and they just made her a fucking salty, woe is me, my life sucks.
Everyone has to pay now.
Yeah, because
literally everyone.
I mean, I have unresolved issues, even though the dude that literally trapped and made me his like undead slave servant thing is now
was
fucking
killed
dead
years ago.
Killed years ago. She was set free, has multiple lives. No one's actually kind of going after her, right?
Well, the whole thing was she's so terrified of death now because she's going to hell and she doesn't want to go to hell.
Well, she should have thought about that before she did all of the things that she did. Like, so for her to go in and fuck up Bolvar and his army easily is stupid.
Well,
that was really poor writing, and then to break the fucking crown.
Yeah, so she's killed the Lich King. The Lich King's no longer a thing.
Yeah, and
right.
So apparently she's powerful enough to destroy that, which I don't know the story too much about how the helm of the crown of domination or the helm of domination, whatever it is.
Where the fuck in the lore does it say if the crown is destroyed, it just opens up a world to a whole other fucking realm that's always been there in the sky?
Also, this realm was never fucking talked about and addressed. So Shadowlands or Shadow Realm, I'm just gonna call it Shadowlands for the rest of this episode because I just need to stay consistent. I might be wrong, or Rick can look it up. That alternate realm is supposed to be
Shadowlands.
Shadowlands, yeah. It's supposed to be where people go when they die. Well, you have now
Which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, you have it makes zero fucking sense. You don't want to know why? Because when you die and you come back as a ghost and you run into your dead body, you're not fucking inverted. You're literally running on the ground next to everyone else. Your body's fine. Yeah. Okay? Second, you just now tossed out everything that happened in Legion because you had to go to Helheim. Well, the guys that died there, if they were bad, they went to Helheim. Or if they served Odin in all of his fucking glory,
that's where Sylvanas was supposed to go. She's supposed to go to Helheim. And then she makes a deal with Hela, gets the fuck out, gets the lantern. Jen breaks it.
Yeah.
Now she's fucked, supposedly. But apparently not, because she's so OP now. Also, where the fuck is Jaina? Jaina's like one of the strongest characters
I don't.
in the goddamn lore.
I haven't been keeping up with it. I think like she gets pissed off or something after one of these
Again.
raids. I don't know. I only played the start of Battle for Azeroth. I kind of stopped after this, so lore wise, I can't really talk on it.
All right, well, whatever.
But I think it's complete just horseshit that they added this new. You're dead, but you're not really dead. Like, it's a cheap way to bring back people. Like, okay, so we're probably
Yeah, we're
because
probably gonna get Arthas. We're probably gonna get Tyrion.
no, you're not gonna get Arthas. And if they stick with whatever lore that they have that's left, you should not actually get Arthas back, because his soul is stuck in the remaining parts of Frostmourne.
I thought there was a part that was stuck in the Helm of Domination.
No,
No?
The Helm of Domination did not have Frostmourne, the parts of Frostmourne in it. When Frostmourne was shattered, the Death Knights go back in to get pieces of it to recreate a new blade, but I think there's still a couple parts that still have his soul and stuff in it. So basically, if you were killed by Frostmourne, like, your soul was tortured for all of eternity, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Like, I don't think, and I could be wrong because I did the Death Knight campaign. I mean, it was a couple years ago. So, but I don't think like the souls are released once you put back together the fake Frostmourne swords. But essentially, I just ran in a giant circle. Congrats. I'm an idiot. I need to go down to that corner.
Yeah.
So Arthur should not show up. Tyrion might show up. I mean, I could see it. Sarafang's probably not gonna be dead. Marion's probably not gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of a. I hate to say it, like, I hated when a lot of those characters died, but at the same time,
they shouldn't be brought back.
They don't need to be brought back.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Again, going back to the Death Knight campaign, when they were like, your final, when you're going around raising up the people to recreate the new horsemen, when they tell you that the last person's gonna be Tyrion, I'm like, okay, that's kind of fucked up, but kind of cool. Like, but then they don't let that happen because they shouldn't let that happen, right?
Oh. Plus, Morgraine made more sense.
Yeah, he's
been. I mean, the Black Knight has been around for a while.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll just see about that. But within that first 5 minutes, Blizzard went from, I was excited when I saw Icecrown because, again, I was like, cool, we get a continuation of Bolvar. But they just, I guess, completely reversed what they were going with Bolvar. Because
I mean, like, he's probably gonna be like the main fucking character that's on your side through the entire fucking expansion.
But here's the thing, right? In Legion, Bolvar was losing his fucking mind. Like, he started to go insane. He didn't really act that way when Sylvanas was just like, let me take that crown. and then she has these magical fucking chains out of nowhere, like,
yeah, she takes down an entire army of the dead. And then he throws an asteroid at her, and she just nopes the fuck out. And then he throws another asteroid at her, and then she nopes the fuck out. Like, it's so garbage.
It is. It's weak fucking writing.
And it's like, when did Sylvanas become, like, almighty?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
No. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's stupid.
But I don't know. World of Warcraft's dying. Like, who's even still playing Classic? I know of, like,
see like a lot more people in Classic.
A lot more people are in Classic.
Yeah, everyone that I used to play WoW with is playing Classic. There's still a couple of people that play like commercial, like the standard one, but a lot of people are playing Classic. So I would probably hold off your thoughts on.
Well, no, I
Classic.
mean, out of the group of people that I know that went 2 Classic, none of them are playing anymore. I know, like you have a couple more friends that like from WoW that are.
Well, that's
playing
also
it,
the
but,
thing. The issue with your friends is that they can't actually stick with playing one game.
No, they can't. But
So.
speaking of one games that I stick with, huh?
I said, where the fuck is this dungeon
Oh,
at?
it's just right down there. Well, probably down there.
Maybe.
To the side.
Yeah.
But no, speaking of games that I stick with.
Are you gonna talk about Crush Crush?
No. But
that is the one game I've seen you consistently play.
I've just been trying to get everything. Just fuck it.
It's gonna take you a year.
Yep. But no. Warframe just had their big update.
I know. I've been seeing some things on the
Yeah.
subreddit about that.
So
They added the liches in.
Yeah, the whatever fucking mafia system that they added. It's the you get your own Kuva Lich.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt.
And like it gives you something to work for.
Yeah, but I
Right.
kind of feel like they should have added that in with Railjack, not.
Well, this is the prelude to Railjack.
Is it
Yes.
the prelude to something that's going to come out like 4 years from now?
I don't. It's not gonna come out 4 years from now.
It is.
It'll come out soon. Trademark.
2 years. I give them 2 years.
No, it'll be out before that.
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's going to be game breaking, or groundbreaking rather.
That might be game breaking if they don't fucking
If they don't live up to the expectation.
balance it. Like, yeah, here's the thing: if they do not get this game right, the game mode right, after however long they've been, we're going on 3 years now that they've been in
It's-
development, announced it, and
Well, 2 years for Railjack.
3.
Mm-mm.
We're going into the 3rd year because they were working on it prior to TennoCon when we
Yeah,
went.
that was 2017.
I'm saying like we're going into the 3rd year. We're going on 3 years.
Yeah, well, the recent changes with the nerfing of melee and stuff like that, things are a little bit better. Is this Leto's?
It is.
Well, there you go.
I'm not happy about this.
Well, go get the armor at least.
Well, yeah, you can't open these doors. Oh, I cannot kill that thing in there.
I have faith.
I'm not gonna try it. Listen, I'm a smart person.
You got to grind a little bit more, and then.
I will probably get through the first couple parts of the campaign. Before grinding too much, but this is just a very, very bad idea. This is not one of the bosses that I have actually tried soloing before on my main.
I did it once solo. It's not that bad solo. You just need to like.
Is it not that bad solo when you're decked out in gear?
I was fairly decked out in gear.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could
But
probably go
I
solo
think
it.
I was on hard difficulty, so.
We'll see.
Like you
That's also
you just
another
have
thing,
to pay
right?
attention to the audio cues and
Yeah.
make sure that they don't do that fuck you move that it's an instant kill.
I'm just gonna kill these guys ahead of time.
You can melee them. There you go.
Oh, if I shoot them, they'd probably wake up, right?
I believe. A couple are still going to spawn in whenever you set off the
That's.
thing. But.
I mean, that's fine. I'm still probably gonna die. Unfortunately. That's how it goes.
Know ye of little faith.
I have as much faith as I need to
Believe
have
in the
in
me
my
that believes
ability.
in you, Gage.
No, I do not believe in the heart of the cards. Is there anything else in here that I need to kill?
It's a
Anyway,
Garen
okay.
Largon
Yeah.
reference.
Anyway. So yeah, if Blizzard wanted to do this right, they would have made it so that
One right there
what in here?
in the corner.
Oh, I totally missed that. They would have made it so that Bolvar was just batshit insane and starting to sort of rise up like Arthas rose up. Because guess what? The Helm of Domination did that to Arthas. Like, Ner'zhul talking in his ear and corrupting him is what made him turn into the Lich King.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the same thing would happen with Bolvar. It has nothing to do with, I guess, like weak-willed stuff, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like Arthas was pretty like. I'm not gonna say he was super strong-willed, but at the same time, like he
Well,
he wasn't
Arthas,
inherently.
Arthas caved because of the whole.
He wanted his people to
yeah.
like live, and he would do anything for that. But
Yeah.
then he turned around and killed his people. Anyway, so they would have made it so like we needed to go in and stop Bolvar. But the only issue is with Bolvar is, you're saying he's immortal because of the dragon flames. That would pose an issue. Arthas was not immortal, right?
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. I will mute my phone. I am being unprofessional. This isn't a professional podcast, so
This
I don't
is a
really
hobby
care.
podcast.
Yeah.
We have a while to go before it's professional.
Yeah. I'm gonna flush the coolant. Disable bypass. Run system test.
No, you're good.
Cool.
Now you gotta go into the other room and turn off the alarms.
Yep. But okay. So
Those are the things. Oh, you killed everything then.
the issue
Not
is
that one. The other one.
oh, not this one. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
The issue with Sylvanas just going in and basically making Bolvar a tiny little bitch face is that what the fuck is that thing?
Oh, it's a screamer.
Oh holy hell! Oh holy hell! Where were all of
You
these
need
things?
to stop going backwards because they're just gonna keep. Oh god. The screamer's just gonna keep summoning things. So like you need to fight your way to the screamer.
Yep. Oh no!
I think you jinxed yourself, Gage. And now you're cornered.
I'm not stuck in a room with them. They're stuck in a room with me.
Really? Are we so sure?
Yeah.
There's the screamer. You have to kill the screamer. Yeah. He's just gonna keep summoning things.
Where the fuck did he go?
Right there.
Oh Billy! Oh Billy!
Now you should be able to fight your way to the bypass.
Yep. Listen, there's no shame in being a bitch and running out of this thing right now.
I mean, I'll shame you.
You shame me for a lot of things.
Yeah, see, you're fine now. There's one guy between you and the terminal now.
That was rough.
Okay. But yeah, so with, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by that fucking screamer thing.
Right there. There you go.
Oh, no. Okay.
You gotta break through
So, rudely interrupted.
that. Rudely interrupted.
By this game. Don't use this.
That's just lore.
Oh, I don't care about lore.
It's
Sylvanas just
Leto
showed up
lore.
and was like, well, use a bitch ass. I'm just gonna take your helmet, defeat the fucking Scourge army that you had, and then summon this new realm.
Yeah.
A realm that has no ties with anything that has ever existed within WoW lore. Like, you are very, very, very welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, because like I get that there's a lot of WoW lore, but at the same time, I have looked at a lot of it. I know a lot of like how
Yeah, I used to
the world
keep
was
up on all the books.
created,
and
and
this has never been mentioned before.
yeah,
Even within the Void Lord and all that.
the void,
Ner'zhul
yeah,
bullshit doesn't exist.
no, and then the fact that like, did the Legion know about this? Probably not.
And like, here's the thing that's not being addressed. What about the Scourge that is no longer tied to
Yeah,
the obedience of the Lich King?
yeah, they're just gonna run around and kill everyone.
Yeah, like that's gonna need addressed.
Or are you gonna say that Sylvanas wiped out the entire Scourge?
That's probably what they're gonna say. It's like, oh no, she just dealt with it.
No. And now, okay, with how that was phrased of the whole I'm setting you all free, is that like a I'm setting you all free from life by fucking murdering
By killing
you,
everyone.
or
I mean, that's what was implied, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But like at the same time, I'm just like, is she supposed to be a good person now? Probably not, right?
No, she's probably gonna be the main boss. We're probably gonna kill her.
No, they're gonna fucking milk that for like 7 more expansions before we would get to kill her, because that's the last thing that anyone wants in this game. Or not the last thing. Most people want that.
Yeah.
But like that's the last thing they're gonna fucking give us, because at that point, then what else do they have?
Like,
what story do they have?
There
after...
has to be a bunch of World of Warcraft players that are like highly into necrophilia.
Yeah.
like what? What's going on?
Okay. Let's just put it this way, right? This isn't Wrath of the Lich King 2.0. Just like kind of like how Warlords was sort of the beginning of Burning Crusade 2.0.
Yeah, and then Legion
Not
was
the good
Burning
point.
Crusade 2.0.
Yeah, Legion was like, this is a sequel to Burning Crusade.
with a dash of StarCraft.
Yeah, but I don't care what they said about StarCraft. I didn't have an issue with Legion.
I didn't have an issue with Legion either.
No,
It's
but with Warlords, it was literally, this is not a sequel to Burning Crusade. This is just the same story told again, but we introduced an alternate timeline. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, that doesn't fucking work. That's cheap writing. So.
Yeah, I don't know. The writing staff at Blizzard has been lacking for quite a bit.
Okay, real quick, how many times do you think it's going to take me to go through this?
I'm guessing 7.
I'll say 5.
Okay, so under. Well, that first one doesn't count because that's the one you had enabled.
Yeah.
Right?
The one you had to do.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That's new. Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Edit this out.
Don't panic.
I was stuck in something that could have been fucking avoided.
God, you peaked.
I will edit this out.
I'd keep it in, but like, you might want to turn yourself down during that portion.
Oh, I will. I'm lightheaded
That was
right now.
pretty funny. he like threw you through the door. MLG right here.
Woo. For the record, I might have just peed my pants a little bit.
Oh my god. Let me confirm. He looks fine.
I'm wearing the pins.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
God damn, dude.
It was running out. Oh, I didn't.
No, there's one.
Oh.
Yeah, you did forget to turn the thing. Oh, at ammo.
Yeah. Where are these guys coming from?
They probably just spawned in. It happens a couple of times while you're teleporting around.
Yeah. Okay, I need to heal myself and give me more.
Don't forget you have blood wort.
Yeah. I like to try to save that.
I still hear.
Things.
I thought I did. Maybe not.
Yeah. So, I mean, people. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if people necessarily like Sylvanas anymore. So, like I was saying, Warlords is
I mean, someone.
not again.
Because you forgot to turn the algorithm on. Off.
Yeah. Essentially. This is essentially Warlords 2.0 because Sylvanas is gonna go to another fucking dimension. In the case of Burning of Warlords, it was Burning Crusade in a different timeline.
Yeah.
Now it's just the same sort of concept of you have someone like, for example, Warlords. It was Hellscream running away into that different dimension. So now you're just having her run into that other realm. We're gonna chase after her, probably try to like kill her or go after her or something. Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the sad part of all of this. That was one. That other one doesn't count, okay? Because I didn't disable it. You know how long it took them to put Ashara into the game? I squeaked. Ashara into the game and as a boss, and you can kill her. Like, came up in Legion. We didn't get to see her in Legion. Well, I mean, we got to see her, but we didn't get to fight her, really.
Yeah.
And then she's a boss in Battle for Azeroth, right? I could see them pulling some shit where they turned Sylvanas into a fucking Void Lord or one of these, like, really, really bad people. Maybe not, like, Legion-esque, but... What the fuck did I go to?
The beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, does that mean Big Boy's coming back?
Yeah, sounds like it. Screamer.
I don't know where.
Behind you.
Okay. But they'll probably drag it out to, like, we won't get to actually kill Sylvanas this next expansion, okay?
Yeah, of course they will.
Then they run out of content ideas that they could have made. So really it's just, I really feel like it's poor writing. We're not getting an actual, like, follow-up. I do not feel like this is a good follow-up to, like, Wrath of the Lich King, right? It's just, I feel like it's only keeping it not really even in, like, in name. Like, I'm not saying like this is called like Wrath of the Lich King or anything related to Wrath of the Lich King, but like they used fucking Bolvar, they used Ice Crown, you go back, you're in Northrend, but that's it. And I feel like they're only using that to kind of push across their cheap, shitty idea.
Yeah.
The only good thing that is coming from this, and of course they needed to do this a while back, and I kind of feel like they didn't need to do this. They didn't need a new expansion to do this. They could have just patched it. But now all the allied races are going to be able to, like, all the new races that have come into the game can now be Death Knights. That had needed to happen. Like, sure, I get lore-wise, all the Death Knights up to that point were made in Wrath of the Lich King. But then we started discovering new fucking races somehow, or they just weren't in the area of Northrend, whatever you want to explain it as. Like, that's not the case anymore. We have these being playable, like...
You're at, like, 6.
Yeah, I know, I'm past my number. So, that's like the only really good thing that I think. I don't... Their overview video, right? And this is a big fuck you to a lot of, like, WoW players, right? The overview / features for the new expansion. Side note real quick, that's really cool, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But literally it showed for the new expansion new dungeons and raids. And I was like, well, no shit. Like, you've come out with how many expansions now?
Yeah, like what?
Like,
give us a number at least.
Not even that. Like, I'm not. That wouldn't really add anything to me.
Why the fuck wouldn't it?
Because I already know that there's going to be new raids and dungeons. If there weren't new raids or dungeons, then I'd be entirely pissed off. And it's like, well, why are you going to charge however much money you're going to... well, actually, they released the prices, and there's now 3 versions of this that you can buy versus the original, like, kind of 2.
Like 1 or 2. It was just, like, the release and then the classic release.
You used to have your physical... Oh, hang on. You used to have your standard release, and you used to have a collector's edition.
Sure.
Now, with the physical copies, they added in the, like, the legit collector's edition that, like, those were cool. But it used to be either you get the game, if you're downloading it, right? You get the game, or you can get the like digital, like the deluxe, like the you can buy the upgrade, but it's the same thing as the collector's edition if you've already bought the.
Yeah.
So real quick, after I dispatch of these turds, so
The Prestige reference.
a lot of you got. Okay, fuckwad. I am trying to
play.
explain. And you will not leave my dick alone. Oh, great. You're an emulator. Of course you would be.
That's for stamina, dude.
I am. I have the drifter set.
You're not wearing the drifter set.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. You have the helmet.
All right, this is just in, guys. I'm an idiot. Oh, I was upgraded. Oh my god. Okay.
The
Well,
drifter set. No, you don't.
okay, I should have been dead a long time ago then.
Yeah.
All right. Aside from that faux pas, or fucking foobar. Okay. If you can't tell what I'm standing on a pile of dead fucking
Well.
like bones and burnt and all these crispy little skeletons around. So the thing that we just went through was supposed to be like a teleporter. It's actually not the case. It's not a teleporter
Well.
in the sense that you're thinking of. That thing is an incinerator. It fucking burns your original body, then makes a clone, and then the clone's put
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Like,
So-
you know the movie The Prestige?
Yes.
It's that, but instead of drowning them, it just fries them.
Yep. And that's why I like
the
that
original
one.
copy. You're the clone.
Yeah, and that's why the in the wall up there, one of the clones got stuck inside the wall. But really cool, really morbid. I should probably get this other armor set. Yeah.
I mean, it's my favorite set.
I know you really liked it. It's all right.
Leto is my favorite character in this game.
That's fine.
And we never actually meet him.
No. I don't know. It's just rough, man. Like, when you have so much, like, sure, they've been kind of going. Blizzard's been going downhill quality recently. Like,
Yeah.
you still would like to see them succeed somewhat, right? Like,
I mean, sure.
just like, you know, I don't think anyone's actively like, oh boy, I really wish like Todd Howard would keep fucking up like Fallout and Bethesda as a whole,
No. Oh, of course not.
right? Games that you like, games that you love to play, and you have a lot of memories of,
Yeah.
and they just they get stupid. So, but no, I don't think I do not think that I will come back to WoW because of
definitely
this expansion. And okay, there's probably gonna be people that are like, well, it shouldn't matter, like it's still gonna be a good expansion, right? Or you're gonna have people that are like, well, you know, I like the direction that this story is going because it's different than how if this was just gonna be a Wrath of the Lich King 2.0. And I will agree with you. Yeah, this is not the same fucking story that Lich King was, but it's just not a
Like,
really
okay,
good story either.
the one thing I'll give those people. You're correct. It is new. It is brand new because it came out of fucking left field.
Yeah,
Nobody was expecting this.
no. Like if you would have asked me, I would have said that anything related to Bolvar would probably be in 2 more expansions.
Yeah.
Not the next one.
Yeah.
But they fucked up royally this year with multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the China thing being the biggest, and then the Diablo Immortals not really helping, because even though Diablo Immortals is not a WoW game. The
Still a
community
Blizzard
shares
game.
the same community. Like,
Yeah.
but if we want to talk about something on a positive note from Blizzard, which might be surprising, from what I've been looking at with Overwatch 2, it seems pretty decent. Like, okay, I know we previously talked about this, and you're like, it'd be really good if it was like Risk Growing 2. Like,
Yeah.
there's not going to be I doubt that a AAA company will ever make a game like Risk Growing. This is more PvE based, like story based.
Well, like what I'm saying with that is like, okay, if it's type deal where there's like 8 different characters to choose from, which that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Off the bat.
You have your different
and you can
Overwatch
like
characters that have
yeah.
the same abilities. Like, it's not like you're gonna have to learn how to play a class over again.
yeah, but it, like, you know, you can collect gear or something like that, like
Yeah,
in
so-
the game, upgrade your own character, like kind of make it like
So that's the thing.
Borderlands almost
They-
with like their character building.
They have that with. I was watching gameplay of that. So when you're in the match.
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
maybe
did they
not
actually
even
show
match.
gameplay of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
Well,
see
Seagull
that.
played some of it.
Okay.
But going through, you're gonna find these items that do different things. Like, there was one thing that was essentially you could set down a turret and it will act like Torbjorn's turret.
okay.
Or you could there was a shield that was just like a mix between Reinhardt and Winston's. So basically, it was Reinhardt's where it was the roundedness of it, and Winston where it went all around everyone. So it's like, okay, when you get these items, you can kind of. I don't know if you should expect to get those items in a game because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be like it
An
might spawn
RNG.
different. Yeah, it might be RNG, but you can kind of adapt to who you play as. So if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Then you don't necessarily always need to have a Reinhardt, right?
Yeah.
So cool, they're not going to force you into doing that. And one thing that I do like about something like Risk Rain, I mean, there's no real point to the game other than to stay alive. Like, so there's no ulterior motives
Well-
for having like you should be playing this person versus this person. Like, no, you can play whatever the fuck you want to play. You should probably play what you're good at.
Well,
But-
that's my whole like. That was my biggest critique of Overwatch. It was the lore, right? Because it's like they could have done so much more with the lore, which it looks like that's what they're doing with Overwatch 2.
but it's not the original lore.
But yeah, but it's not. they're continuing it, which that's perfectly fine. But
Yeah.
and I'm sure like you'll see more characters released for it and all that nonsense. But
I would like to see. I'm curious if they're gonna bring out a new character. Is it gonna come out? I would imagine it would come out in your standard Overwatch before it came out into the Overwatch 2 because I think they're not gonna be putting in monthly updates for it.
into Overwatch 2,
No, I don't think they'll do that.
well,
Just simply
they
because
probably should if they want people to play it.
No, because they're not going to charge a subscription for it. It's not. They're not going to.
Well, that's
They probably shouldn't have cosmetics in it, so it's probably just going to be like your standard.
there's
When they make
like,
a DLC, they're gonna.
I mean,
release the DLC.
we're heavily stipulating here.
What do you mean?
Like, we don't know that they're not going to do the loot crates. We don't know that they're not going to do events. Like, they did
Well, I'm
all of
saying
that
they're
with Overwatch. Of
Yeah,
course, they're going to do it with Overwatch 2,
but-
in my opinion.
We'll have to see. I think-
There's no evidence to say that WoW's going to do exactly what WoW does,
Uh,
which is what they've done with
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
no.
What did I
do
say?
you-
WoW. I meant Blizzard. There's no reason to say that Blizzard isn't going to do exactly what Blizzard has already done. Like,
Well, I mean, we'll,
like why
we'll just have to see.
why wouldn't they?
Because they had a source of income coming in from Overwatch. Outside
So,
buying the initial
Overwatch
game.
and Overwatch 2, I guarantee you are going to be the same fucking game download, and it's going to be PvE and PvP. Like, Overwatch 2 is just
Where
a
the
just a
hell
fucking
is-
number to say that, oh, we're releasing a PvE mode. Like,
We'll have to see. I think that it's going to be a separate.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to be the same fucking thing, and they're going to charge you probably $60 to play the PvE
No,
mode.
it's through here. We'll have to see about that. I think that they're gonna bring in content. Like they'll fix bugs that come along, but the PvE game, you're not really gonna have. Like if this game was single player only, I doubt that they would be releasing this much content for free initially, like for Remnants, right? It's because it's co-op and they can have, you know,
Well,
you have a basis for.
This
but
is
after
this
all-
is different. You can't compare. You can't compare
That's what I'm s-
Gunfire Games and
That's what I'm
Perfect
trying to
World
say.
to Blizzard. You
That's-
can't compare the
I know.
two.
I'm just trying to set your expectations of like, yeah, this game will do it, but Blizzard's probably more than likely not going to be releasing like when a. I could honestly see them.
Well, I'm I'm a little confused where you're getting that notion from, because it's like they did exactly that with Overwatch 1.
What, dropping in new characters and.
Yes, dropping new characters, dropping
But they were
skins and shit.
They were able to do that because they sold loot crates. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're probably gonna sell loot crates for Overwatch 2.
What
I'm telling you, like
I will make a bet right now.
fine.
They're not going to do loot crates for Overwatch 2.
I almost guarantee they're gonna do loot crates for Overwatch 2,
All
or
right.
some form of loot crate.
They will not do loot crates. They will not have a random chance like thing that you could buy.
No, it's all gonna
They-
be cosmetics.
That's what
It's
I'm
all
saying.
gonna be cosmetics.
I'm saying
Again.
I'm not saying that. Like, okay. They're
Because
not gonna-
everything that you have unlocked from Overwatch 1 carries over into Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
So,
So what?
and
I mean, what
I'm
might
telling
happen?
you, it's going to be just essentially like
Oh,
an
shit.
expansion for Overwatch. It's just the PvE expansion with story, finally. Like, that's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it may be good, it may be trash.
We'll see. I think that
I'm not touching it, but you know, I'll watch from a distance.
it
from
sounded
distance.
like you were gonna
Excuse
try it.
me. No, just because it piques my interest, and I think it might fill a niche, does not mean that I'm going to get invested in it. And Blizzard
Okay,
has
well, that's
condemned
normally
itself.
That's normally what that means when people say those exact words.
Well, not for me. Not for me. So with Blizzard, it doesn't really matter what they do at this point. I'm probably not going to get too invested in it. As in, like, I'm not going to buy the game. I might watch coverage on it. I might keep up with it. But, like, I'm not going to give them my money anymore. And that's a personal thing. That's not, you know, I'm not going to push that onto other people or whatever, but, you know. We'd have to see. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Like, but I can tell you right now, I'm probably not going to re-download the Battle.net client. And
Okay.
I didn't actually go through with deleting my account, but I did unsubscribe from everything. I did delete everything from my computer. I'm probably not going to re-download it. You know.
I mean, no skin off their back.
Huh?
I said no skin off their back.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's just I'm not giving them any more of my money. Because at one point they were my favorite game my favorite gaming developer. But no longer the case.
I like that change.
And it takes a lot to fuck up that much, let me tell you.
I don't know. I think I've seen you get upset over development companies over like small details over like, yeah, this is annoying, but you've been like, oh, they're dead to me.
Give me an example of that.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah. Since you're gonna call me out, I
will.
want an example of the one time that I've done that.
And a citation and
Yeah.
current time.
Give me the source.
Okay. Source my brain. Date. Let's see. April 15th, 2019. At
Oh, so it was
approximately
this year.
4:17 p.m.
Oh, this better be good.
You were sitting on the toilet texting me. You had just, and I quote, destroyed the porcelain.
Go on.
You had said, you know what? I'm really getting tired of, oh, strange coin. I'm really getting tired of DE. They have not released any new content, and it's been however long. They're falling from my good graces. You have said
This
that
is clearly a lie.
it is not a lie.
Well, if it was April 15th of this year, 2 months before I got an entire sleeve dedicated to Warframe, I call bullshit, sir.
You can still get the sleeve.
You're so full of shit.
No, yeah, we have legit. I don't know about the date and time of it, but we have had that conversation where you're just like, yeah,
I
Warframe
can
is-
criticize something and still love it.
I know, I'm
Like
just saying,
that's
I don't know.
like what? What's
No,
your,
you're not. You're not allowed to have inform your own opinion on anything.
What are you, Democrat?
No, in this sense, let me just segue into our sponsorship. This podcast is sponsored by the Communist Party of China, where we are all one. No one is better than us, and we are not better than another. So,
Yeah, supreme overlords, all that bullshit.
yeah.
How dare you, Gage? Like, I feel like you do that shit all the time. I feel like if this was in another game, you wouldn't feel this way. Where's your fucking source? You've done that enough.
Dude, I will always stick by my thing of early on when we discussed different sort of games and different sort of things about I would be willing to bet this, and it just happened. It has not happened yet, right? But if a game did something that you did not like, right, and then Warframe put it in, you'd probably be like, but they did it right.
Well, then it probably wasn't identical. It would never be identical if another game did it and the Warframe put it in. Because here's the
you're very
thing.
defensive against Warframe.
Huh?
I said you're very like.
No, I'm not. I criticize Warframe all the time. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm defensive about Warframe.
It's like your baby.
Well, yeah, it's my favorite game.
It's like the innocence
That doesn't mean that it's immune to criticism. They need to come up with substantial updates. Period.
They do.
They should.
Yep. I do not disagree with you there.
Yeah. All right.
We are in a bit of a drought.
Then
we will be in a drought
what
after
what are we talking about?
I don't know anymore. Like
That's
listen.
you're just like it's so full of shit.
you're so full of shit.
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit.